paste wax here for maximum color, dip, and clarity. All right, y'all, I'm using with some new rags this time, and new auto dry Walmart rags. We'll be taking it off with them. I put it on before the camera started rolling. I actually let it sit some. Got it on a quarter pounder. Got it on this side here. It's just kind of add gloss because it's a carnauba wax. It kind of have fillers in some of the swirls and scratches. We're using a brown fiber cloth here. We're gonna take this off in this area here. Show you guys the depth and the gloss here. At black paints, you got to pay a lot of attention to blacks. But some of the swirls and scratches and stuff you can't get out such an older paint or whatever the case might be. But you got to have stuff to kind of fill it in there, like fillers. Check that out. Does give off pretty nice gloss there. All right. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good, man, when you use those paste waxes. There's going to be some stuff you ain't going to be able to get out in older paint. So you got to kind of fill them in. But that looks pretty good there. Come back and look at it. Oh yeah, they add a lot of gloss. Usually your carnauba waxes like this give a lot of gloss. Add a lot of protection. Sometimes they add and fill in scratches. Cause like I said, every scratch you ain't gonna be able to remove on an older paint. So the best thing you're gonna have to do, use something with fillers in it. That's your best bet. Use something with fillers. You can see the gloss there. Check that out. That looks pretty good. We'll come back here to this quarter pounder back here. I put maybe a little less back here. The best of show. Let's get that off. All right. All right, check that out. Yeah, that gives a lot of gloss, man. I'm using that Griot's Garage Best of Show paste wax on this black boy, trying to fill in some of the scratches and swirls, which black cars gonna show a lot of, a lot of. Gotta have them fillers, capabilities, and they give a lot of gloss because it's a carnauba wax. Look at there, it's making it look so black. Make the paint almost kind of wet looking. They done a real good job here, man. I tell you, I'm kind of blown away with it, to be honest. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. Goes to show you, paint don't got to be new to look good. And use the right stuff on it. And a little elbow grease, yeah, man, you get it right. That's glossy right there. All right. Y'all working with that Griot's Garage Best of Show wax here. That paste still got fillers in here, so if you got a black car, you want to fill in some scratches or some swirls or something, because you ain't gonna be able to remove everything, especially on older paints. So you gotta have something to fill in. You don't want to do too much grinding on your paint either. No, I don't. Fresh paint old as this one. Let's get it off the door. I rather fill them in and let them stay like that for a while. This lasts about 4 months, I would say. They hit it again, so that's pretty good. I mean, you hit it about two to three good times out in the whole year, which is not bad. It's easy coming off, as y'all can see. Doesn't take too much or nothing to get off here. Good stuff. Check them out. Oh man, that door glossy. And I ain't got it all yet. It's a little bit around that door handle. Let's see here. Right here. This thing is slick too, man. This is slick stuff. Thing about black, you got to stay on it. It's like a mirror. As long as you stay on it. Check that out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah. That's the thing about black, man. You gotta have that stuff to kind of get fillers. Cause black gonna have some kind of scratches and swirls gonna be up there somewhere. You can count on that. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good there. Now I can hit it again on that front fender. You can tell this door ain't been hit right here. If you look at it, that's the doorless part of the truck now compared to the rest of it. See, that door, that back door ain't been touched, and you can tell it too, because it don't have as much clarity as the rest of the truck do. See here, that back door is duller. You can tell it's duller compared to the quarter pounder. See the quarter pound? Yeah, it's a big difference. See there? That's a night and day difference. You see the back door and then look at the quarter pounder? Look at her. Big difference. The quarter pounder look like it's about 3-4 shades blacker. See there? It's a big difference with this wax. I tell you guys. When you wax black, man, you see a major difference now. Big difference. So I can apply a little more to the front fender. I just apply it up here like this. Because there's no abrasives in here. It just like about protection and fillers. You can find some flaws in just about all paints, to be honest. Especially black paints, man. It's gonna show something. There we go. Hit it again. Black paint's gonna show you something now, somewhere. They're gonna be flawed out a little bit. Be some slight scratch, slight swirl, something gonna be in black paint you ain't gonna like, but that looks pretty good though. Coming back from a distance, if I hit that fender again, I kind of just double coating it, but you can tell the paint look wet now about. I drove this thing around town for a while. Drove around about half an hour. I came back to the house with it. I didn't want to burn all the gas out of it. I don't understand how I get a 1/4 for a tank. Unless I put it in there and then parked it or something. Try to save it in there. They want to burn all of it up, I guess. Cause y'all know gas supposed to go up to $4 a gallon. They said, man, I don't know how true that's gonna be. Just hit the little area on the hood. They claim gas supposed to get up to $4. What y'all think about that? That's crazy if it really get up to $4 a gallon, man. I already headed that way now, so it won't be no surprise to me if it do get $4, because it sure headed that way. $4 a gallon. Some daggone gas, man. And that's a cliche. I'm gonna bump that back off. Let's hit the little block area. That'll help protect that hood paint from fading down. Like I said, the hoods. Now your hoods, using a product like this, you really want to use on your hoods, man, because the worst part of an SUV that take the most impact is the hood and the top. My top need paint on this one. So I'm gonna sand it down and shoot that top. Y'all know how quick I paint them. Ain't no big deal. I paint in a few minutes. Y'all seen me do that Cherokee over there like that. Give me a few minutes and a can of paint. So I sand down paint that top in 10 or 15 minutes. I had the top paint. I don't play now. So that ain't no problem to me. Y'all see me sand them down paint. Ooh, hell yeah. Make a can of Walmart paint and shoot that mug. So, how do you fix peeling paint? Well, what you had to do is peel off as much of it as you can and then sand it. Yeah, you might have to sand it. Then just go get some of that rust-oleum paint or something. After you sand it down, just shoot it back white, because white paints don't really show that many defects. You can pretty much get away with that out in the can. That's what I did. I touched it up, this Explorer. I did this the other day on white. It was peeling, chipping. It ain't no shiny paint, but see here, I touched this up with a brush, and it look all right. You can't even tell on a white paint. See there? It was chipping all off. I sanded it off best I could. I took a brush and touched that up. I don't care about it. It could be a dull white, satin white, or something like that. If you look closer, you could tell I did it with a brush. But coming back, you would never know no difference. See there? You wouldn't never know much of a difference unless I told you. See there? Can't tell it. Wouldn't nobody be able to tell it by the eye. See that? I had to come up and tell, man, I did that with a brush, man. I took a little brush on a can and brushed that on. You would never know unless I told you that, though. See that? It was peeling and chipping. Matter of fact, it was chipping just like this, peeling. See here? The Explorer hood need paint too, see here? I'm gonna sand it off, and I can do that the same way. You will never be able to tell. I can do it with a brush. Look at this. I did that with a brush, right quick, sanded it off. I sanded it to the metal right quick. I sanded it real good. I actually hit it, and it take but a few minutes for me to cut it to the metal. Cause I sort of look at my live, I sort of labeled it. I cut it to the metal and painted it with a brush. So I know it's sanded good until you cut it down to the metal. Then I took that brush and hit it like that, and you can't tell it. White paints ain't gonna show you. This side right here looks pretty good though. It ain't bad. My worst part is that hood, where it's chipped at and stuff right here. I'll show you. Now I can sand that and touch it in with a brush like this. Take a little brush and just kind of touch it right in with some dull paint. You don't got to shine. Just as long as it's one color, you won't never be able to tell it on white. It's gonna look clean and it'll blend right in, even though it's dull. Like this is dull, but it blending in here. It blend right in with the rest of the truck all the way up like that. Come back off it, you can't even tell I did it with a brush. See there? That's a good thing about white paints. Touch them up with a brush or something, you won't even be able to tell it. It'll still look good. That's what I like about white paints. Unlike black paints is kind of hard-headed. Like, they kind of hard to get away with stuff on black. Let's hit this hood right quick. Let me show y'all. Some stuff you might can get away with black. think it might have a dent or two sometimes. Because the black look glossy and bending in, you can't tell. It's at the best of show going on half of this hood. No, it's doing pretty good. Oh yeah, that looks good. Y'all see that? It's outshining the rest of the hood. See that? Because it's carnauba wax in it. They add more gloss to the hood, see there? And let's hit this little bit on the fender and see what it's doing here. Y'all need to get this stuff a try. I'm just gonna get off half of the fender and show you guys how good this best of show wax really does for black cars. Look at there. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him, boy. Y'all see that? Boy, stop playing with him. Good God Almighty, boy. Oh yeah, that looks good, but this stuff ain't nothing but the truth. Y'all better get this stuff. Grill's Garage Best of Show Paste Wax, man. Boy, this stuff is good. Y'all hit that subscribe, man. I'm out. I'm gonna finish doing the whole truck, man, before it get dark. This stuff looks so good, man. I'm out of here. Peace.